I am Akshay Kothari. I'm one of the co-founders of Notion. I think you have to go in not because you want to be an entrepreneur or we want to be a startup founder. I tried to build a lot of things when I was doing my master's at Stanford. Many of them didn't really go anywhere. In fact, probably 3-4 startups ideas. We built a product, but it didn't have a fit. And then finally, in my last quarter at Stanford, I started a company called Pulse, which was a news app, and that took a life of its own. I think you have to go into it because you really are, trying to solve a problem that exists. Like, you can feel the pain, you cannot sleep at night because you want to solve that pain. The real reason to start a company should be the customer pain.
Yeah, today I have a very exciting interview. Could you quickly introduce yourself for the audience watching?
I am Akshay Kothari. I'm one of the co-founders of Notion and currently help support our product teams.
Thank you for the introduction. So I prepared 3 quick questions for you today to kind of give back to the 17, 18-year-old self who's just trying to start out and be an entrepreneur, make change in the world. So first of all, what was your first entrepreneurial venture? What was the first thing you built, and at what age was that?
Well, I tried to build a lot of things when I was doing my master's at Stanford. Many of them didn't really go anywhere. In fact, probably 3-4 startups ideas. We built a product, but it didn't have a fit. And then finally, in my last quarter at Stanford, I started a company called Pulse, which was a news app, and that took a life of its own. And so you got to keep building, and one of these things click.
So after Pulse got acquired by LinkedIn, as far as I know, and is that correct?
That's right.
So how would you say a young person can determine whether to start something on their own or start an exciting team that already has motion and is already doing awesome stuff? What would you say? How can one decide whether to go down the path of founding something themselves or joining an existing team?
I think one of the things I learned by doing a bunch of these startups was that I think you have to go in not because you want to be an entrepreneur or we want to be a startup founder. I think you have to go into it because you really are, trying to solve a problem that exists. Like, you can feel the pain. You cannot sleep at night because you want to solve that pain. It could be a pain for yourself. Maybe you're building a product for yourself or it's for someone else. But the real reason to start a company should be the customer pain. It should not be because you want to be a founder. And so from that lens, I think you should just work on things that you resonate with. And it could be starting a company, it could be joining a company. As long as you feel like the customer pain is defined well, I think you'll be very successful, whether it's as a founder or as a operator inside another company.
Very interesting answer to that. The last question would be, if you were 18 today with everything that you've learned and that you know, what would you be working on right now?
I would say, along with school and college, maybe I would be spending a lot of my time outside of that, just building things. I mean, it's easier than ever to build. AI has made it so easy for you to go from an idea to a prototype. And you have to just go through a lot of building to understand what you're good at, what the world needs. You sort of have to go through that motion. And so keep building is what I would recommend all the future 18-year-olds.
Appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. I think that's definitely going to help that kid out there right now that's 16, 17, 18, not sure where to go, but with big ambitions. So thank you for providing encouragement to that person and appreciate the interview.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck.